right towards the end, but really had a dominant bracket otherwise. So we'll see how the run back treats him. We'll see if Syrup is, maybe Syrup gets a stronger hold over it, but only
Yeah,
time will tell.
I got to talk to Unknown actually at Kingdom on Tuesday, and I asked him, what happened, because he was really doing so well with the Sheik in winners finals of last week's DNA, and it seemed to be just going in his favor that he could have gotten a quick 3-0, but then he got reverse 3-stock, and the whole game changed. I feel like he did tell me he does have a struggle with just closing out sets, especially in those kind of scenarios. And with a character like Sheik, I don't really like. I could
It makes
see
sense.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense with a character like Sheik, but you know what? He's still one of the best Sheiks to do it in Jersey, and just in general, he really does make this character look very good, despite the many criticisms that she is not who she once was from previous games. But still, looking really good to start off this game one. Already 92% and then some right off the back. And the name of the game is exactly what I said from last week. Just get Ness off stage, utilize those needles to your advantage, and the more you can, just keep Ness in the air, take away the jump, and just put him in pressuring situations where he's gonna go for a very high committal option and just punish him for it.
Yeah, man, and speaking of which, that is going to be first blood going in the way of Syrup, and, this is kind of what you opened up with. You don't really want to necessarily be behind with Sheik or in a position where you got to catch up, so, the thing about Unknown Sheik is it's a little bit, it can be polarizing at moments. Like, there's some times where you're just kind of getting beat up, comboed, dragged across the stage, and sort of dead real quick, and then there's times where she's just sort of bobbing, weaving, and kind of barely poking, but in that case, going to be blowing up Ness on the ledge.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good stock to be taken. Only 15% added on from Syrup's side. But now, one thing that I'm hoping to see Unknown do more is not put himself in those kind of situations. Just don't stay too much at the corner. You want to keep Ness at the corner at all times and just utilize your range to your advantage. Those needles are going to come in very clutch in those situations where, it looks like Syrup is starting to gain momentum. But you just got to work around it, just keep fighting, and just like that, a very even game, already 84 to 59 in terms of percent, but still, Syrup looking really dominant, just not allowing, this ledge trapping and edge guarding game from Syrup is just really unique, There's not that many Ness that can do it like him.
Yeah, Ness is just generally really good on the ledge, and the thing is so is Unknown, and apparently Sheik too. I mean, Sheik is essentially designed to go out to the blast zones and chase you, and even the way watching Unknown recover has been pretty good against Syrup's ledge trapping, which is very, very good between the yo-yo and everything else Ness has. But, we're seeing a little bit of a reversal of fortune here. Okay, that up air is just sort of that last lingering hit is going to be enough to send Unknown flying, and that's also one of the detriments of Sheik, not a heavy character.
Yeah, not a heavy character, dies pretty early, but still, the combo game is there for Unknown. And we've seen what he can do with this character, just getting those confirms, just getting those nice strings going in his favor, just as so. Already 60% tacked on, and he knows not to overextend those combos, because the moment he overextends, he puts himself in a very sticky situation where Syrup can capitalize and just take full advantage, but the high recovery is going to just put him out of harm's way.
Man. Do you see the look on Ness's face? Good lord.
It really just caught Syrup off guard.
Horrified.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude, like you could it looked like you could see like the wrinkles in his eyes. He's a kid. He shouldn't have that.
Wow.
It's not so. And that, you know what? Something Unknown's really been doing. Look at there. Yeah, there was a little bit of wrinkle there. Anyways, yeah. So I could sort of see this set and possibly grands to come. I mean, we still got to get there first because you got that Soul M bracket still, M&T zone. But I don't know. This could be very back and forth all night. That's sort of how last week was in a way. Kind of just up and down.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it too much, but we do know for sure that Smashville is the stage. This is game 2. Unknown already with a pretty good start because, it was very back and forth until that last moment where he just took full advantage. That high recovery up B into that side B to just catch Syrup off guard. Yeah, that's a good call out, and that's going to be something that Unknown's going to want to implement a little bit more. You want to go for a lot more mix-ups. You want to go for a lot more of those unorthodox plays that is just like, it'll catch your opponent off guard. And with a player like Syrup, you want to make sure that you're not playing, you know, your average Sheik type play, just getting combos and struggling to kill. You want to go for the hard stuff. You want to go for the big call-outs, such as so. But now in a deficit is Unknown, sitting at 137% and at off stage.
Yeah, this is where it's tough. Getting out of dodge quick, though, with the down air, because Syrup will chase you with that, with the PK Thunder. But in any case, despite being at 152, 162, and dead now, yeah, Unknown was almost safe for a moment.
It's so hard when you're sitting at high percentage with Sheik, because it's just, you know, you have to get in, and you know you have to tack on that damage. But you know if you make one wrong move, Ness can capitalize so well.
Dude, that was a very calculated grenade toss coming out from Unknown. Unfortunately, they're not going to give him what he needs, which is really just a dead Ness. Not going to get that yet, though, and this is where things get scary. Even Sheik at 61, Ness, all that rage built up. Got to really be careful and really got to fish for your options carefully.
Wow, and I respect the attempt from Syrup going off stage just to put him in a tech situation, but still Unknown using that up B, which is still really solid if you time it correctly. And that time it was timed very well to bring it to a 2-stock game. But still, sitting in disadvantage is Unknown, 98% tacked on and then some. And still, most of this game has been based off of Syrup having Unknown off stage, or just having him caught in these sticky situations, such as so PK Fire into up smash will seal the stock and extend the lead for Syrup.
Yeah, Syrup is actually very good at kind of chaining damage together, and I know Ness is a character that kind of specializes in that, even just the way the attacks connect in the aerials, and oh my goodness gracious, that was actually really clean.
Wow. No words for what we just witnessed, but that was solid.
Oh my God, that was nice, yeah.
Nair into PK Flash, and just a double jump there to seal the stock.
Oh,
that's
that
pretty
again.
clean. You know, it really just comes with knowing, you know, your character. Just going for a lot of these, you know, it's so calculated, it's so practiced. You know, like that's such a necessary thing when it comes to being, you know, a high level player. Just going into training mode and just labbing out so many potential kill options, such as even that edge guard, like all these things just pay off so much. In this case, that's what got Syrup the win. You know, it's looking really clean, but Town and City is now the stage, and right into it. I mean, you don't want to give Ness too much room to run, but I see the reasoning behind Unknown's choice, which is basically just with more room, it gives him more chances to escape a lot of sticky situations and bad options.
Yeah, so, honestly, even just to be on the offensive, too, because whether Ness be recovering high or low, having those extra platforms and space to maneuver around a Sheik could really only help, I would think.
Yeah, and it definitely seems to be working right now for Unknown, as he just has Syrup off stage, but Syrup utilizing finally that PSI magnet, coming in real clutch for Syrup.
All right, so yeah, this is the situation where Sheik is a lot more scared of Ness than Ness is a Sheik. Ness has so many ways to kind of close this first stock out. Sheik gonna have to do something a little bit different here. Yeah. All right, well, up smash would have worked for either character. In this case, gonna be for Ness, so that is gonna be Syrup now going up game 3.
And a good way to start off for Syrup, already up. Last hit of up air into PSI magnet. I like the attempt to extend that combo, but Unknown just being a little bit more aware of what was going on, just getting himself out of harm's way. And now this edge guard, not going to get anything out of it, but at 126%, all you got to do is get one good string. And one thing I'm noticing a lot more from Syrup is that he's not, as that down smash is going to get the kill, but he's not jumping high as Unknown would want him to, because he knows that it's basically what Unknown is searching for, is those high jumps to catch him with the up air, maybe even a fair, maybe a few options to just get him off his game. So a lot of short hops have been benefiting Syrup. in the set.
And speaking of being off the game, though, I mean, it does look like Unknown's starting to mix up Syrup a little bit. Starting to chain together all the aerials, got him kind of guessing where to land, and gets the up air very high up there. Not going to be enough, but is in a position to do something. Ooh. That was very brave.
And it could have worked out, but it seemed like Syrup was, it was definitely there. It's just Syrup was very quick to react and just utilize that PK Thunder to recover back on stage. But
I thought that was it for a second. I thought he was going to get back aired right off the platform, but it does look like, Unknown, a lot more calculated than you might realize. But you can only, there's only so many ways you could dodge a yo-yo on the ledge, though, and we didn't see it.
Yeah, it definitely hurts.
The jump.
Oh my god, that's real clean, but still gonna recover. Sheik recovery is just good enough to save her from that situation. And still, the bouncing fish will come in clutch and put Unknown back in this game. 35% and then some already tacked on Syrups, and he's not looking to stop anytime soon. A beautiful recovery from Unknown. Pretty risky, knowing that the yo-yo was right there, but still gonna get away with it there. And just got to make sure that you have that stage control, because one thing he hasn't been doing since the first stock is just maintaining center stage and getting strings just as so. But it seems like he's not stopping now. 38 tacked on, but still in a bad disadvantage state is Unknown.
Yeah, this is a rough situation for Sheik. Rough situation in general for Unknown, being in the middle of a set like this. Going down 2-1, definitely not going to be a good feeling, especially when you're close to being able to go up 2-1. But you know what? As I'm saying that,
nah, he's good.
Okay, yeah, good. Trading back airs with Ness. Good luck, especially as Sheik. Kid can kick. But here we go. Another opportunity for Unknown. We did see Ness's falling up air and the stock in the last game, so really it doesn't take that much for Sheik at 120. So you are going to be seeing Syrup throughout a lot of attacks, rightfully so, and Unknown going to have to be a lot more careful and find the connection here. Mix in a little bit with the movement.
Up air, just the last hit of the up air not connecting for Unknown. That is so unfortunate, and this could be what makes the difference in this game 3. A bad position right now is Unknown, but just going to get out of harm's way. And still, like you mentioned, all it takes is one hit, and a dash attack is more than enough to seal the stock and take the game 2-1 up for Syrup. Looking really good. I mean, that was a very intense game. It could have gone in anyone's favor, but it seemed like Unknown was just a little bit too late in trying to make the comeback. I mean, yeah, with a character like Sheik, it's not easy to deal with a character that can just kill you, having multiple kill options. But we're not going to see the Sheik anymore. He's going to switch it up and go Wolf, which is more than doable. It's definitely a better matchup on paper, but it's not about what the paper says. It's about what the player can do with the character. So hopefully we can see a different play style coming in with the Wolf.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, dude, I feel like if this is what DNA has in store for us, where we're gonna get to see Unknown kind of go with Syrup, basically one winning, the other winning, and then the other winning. I'm for it, dude. Especially when you consider what a veteran Unknown is to the scene and how new Syrup is. It'll be interesting watching this develop. And just with that, we're gonna see how this Wolf is able to do. I mean, this is we got to see Syrup tear up Lemon Tea's Wolf a little bit earlier, so at least warmed up for it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the heartbreaker when you're playing a character like Wolf. It's so common to see a character, especially here in Tri-State, where there's so many amazing Wolf players, especially one of the best to do it in Jackal. But the experience is there already. It's definitely a lot trickier, but it is a better counterpick option because Wolf does not struggle when it comes to killing compared to Sheik. But still, one thing to keep in mind is Wolf lacks a better recovery than Sheik. So that's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting to see. But even then, like, Syrup's looking like it doesn't even phase him at all. He's looking to be dominating this game 4 and potentially gonna seal this second stock without even losing the third, unless Unknown can just strike back.
Yeah, and there's just a lot less. You really see Unknown get all kinds of movement when it comes to Sheik and be able to just be very evasive with all the onslaught that Syrup throws out. But Wolf's still a fast character, just not quite the same agility as Sheik, but making the adjustments. But it is hard to go into game 4 here as your secondary, essentially, when you've been kind of churning out games with with your main. And
Hmm.
I don't know if the wolf pick's going to be it. It actually wasn't a bad pick last week.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. Did kind of turn things around with wolf, and now starting to turn them, but really have to put in a lot of work on the second stock and kind of just stay clean of anything that Ness could do. So who knows? Maybe find something quick.
Hmm. And one thing that Syrup is just known for doing with Ness is just really catching the opponent off guard. That PSI magnet has saved him from so many situations, combo strings, just a lot of situations where you feel that Ness should be at disadvantage, but you know that PSI magnet coming in clutch most of the time. Ness's frame data in general, just putting him out of situations, especially with a get off me tool like that in there. That's also been utilized so well on the end of Syrup. And those PK fires as well. Don't sleep on those PK fires. If anyone knows how to utilize those with to their advantage, they is definitely Syrup. But now sealing the stock in a tech situation where you kind of saw it coming, but I guess a little bit of a late reaction coming in from Syrup, gonna put him in a bad spot. And now Unknown can definitely steal this game. Wolf is that kind of character that can just steal a game in a heartbeat.
Yeah, 100%. He's also a character that could probably die in a heartbeat too in this case. I think Syrup is really, really on the defense here. You know, definitely not the first wolf he's played, as we've mentioned, but man, if Unknown is able to bring this recovery back, or I'm sorry, bring this game back, that's going to be pretty incredible. He was down by a full stock plus not that long ago. Yeah, opting
Yeah,
for a
but
high
it seems like
recovery.
it doesn't matter. The high recovery, yeah, high risk, high reward situation. You could have saved yourself. It seemed like he kind of baited Syrup, but Syrup was just on top of him that whole time, and he got the call out there. A good side B recovery, but still the up smash is enough to seal the stock. Syrup once again in grand finals for the third week in a row, and that's
Yeah.
very impressive, man. I mean, we already know how good of a player he is, but to make to make it out of any bracket 3 weeks in a row into grand finals says a lot about how good of a player he really is.
He's 3 for 3 in DNA. You know,
Mhm.
he's gonna end up getting first or second in his first 3 DNA appearances. So not bad at all.